Welcome everybody to Zactivai. My name is Stanley and I'm your host, and today I'm walking around lovely Bellevue right now while I'm waiting for Nicole to get out of the dentist. So yeah, I figured I would make a video talking about what I'm up to. So just a minute ago I went on Coinbase Pro and I put in some orders for some crypto because right now we've had a little bit of a pullback. And so what I like to do when I find a project or a coin that I want to invest in is wherever it's at, I put a buy order in for about 2% to 5% less than where it's currently at. And I just, hope it goes through. And normally it always goes through. And then what I do is I hold on to it for about a week or so and see where it's going. And if it dips below where I bought, then I buy more. I don't panic about the price going down, because it's just like going to the grocery store or anything else. Like, say I discovered avocados, right? And for the first time I buy avocados, they're like $3 a piece, right? But I still enjoy the avocado and it's really good and I like the avocados. But then I go to the grocery store and they're on sale for $5. So $1 a piece when I was just paying $3 a piece. And most individuals will be like, holy shit, hell yeah, I can get myself a bunch of avocados for super cheap. But when it comes to the investing world, it's so funny how we are, because we'll be like, fuck, my avocados are on sale, they're cheap, they're not worth as much. But that's just kind of how the investing mentality can be. It's so interesting how when we hold something, right, a value, or we perceive it as value, we never want that value to go down. But the thing is when the value of that goes down, then we can get more of it for cheaper, for less labor, for less work. We can get more of it. If we know that the value is going to go back up, or if we know the value went down just because of seasonal events, it's just like when strawberries are in season, they're dirt cheap. Just like when avocados are in season, they're dirt cheap because the market is flooded with them. They're everywhere. Everybody has them. They're abundant. They're so cheap. But if we take those strawberries, those avocados, whatever it is, and we buy them when they're cheap, make some good stuff out of them, freeze it, and then when the prices of everything goes back up because we're not in the season, it's more scarce. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Then we can sell our product for even more because it's out of season. It's more of a rarity. And that's exactly what, the markets do. That's exactly what, how things operate is we want to buy them at a lower price. We want to get whatever we find to be a value for a lower price, because that's an earlier entry. And then as that goes up, that's where we make our profits. That's where we make our money. So everybody who's like, shit, I just want the market to go up and up and up and up, what they don't realize is when the market slams down, when the market is flooded with abundance, that allows us to pick things up for cheaper. That allows us to have more exponential growth, because with that big dip going down, there's big spikes coming up. That slow, steady growth, that's not worth it. Get 5 to 8% a year, if you're lucky 20% growth a year. No, ladies and gentlemen, we want to have those big slams, those big 50% drops. What comes after a 50% drop? Normally a 70% gain, because not only does it come back up, it goes up higher than what it was at. That's why every depression is followed by a time of abundance. We have these ebb and flows. It's just like the ocean. The waves go up and the waves go down. We want the waves to be moving. That's how we get to experience. That's what gives us the spice of life. That's what gives us our growth. We want that tide to raise. The waves that come in raise that tide, and they also lower that tide. It's all about the cycles and about hedging those cycles and realizing how we can take advantage of some cycles and turn them into abundance to get us through the winter. You know, harvest a lot, accumulate a lot when it's abundant and the prices are cheaper. And then when winter comes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a surplus, we have a supply that can be utilized to be able to get us through that winter, to get us through those hard times. And that's really what it's about, is get to the point where we can get through those winters, have enough stored up where we can survive through the hard times. So right now, we just had a little pullback in the market, but everything is going toe to toe with the way that it went in 2017 and 2018. We're about to have this huge rise up. We're at the point right now where we were in 2016, where we had this little jump up and a little pullback, and we're in this like little puddle area. But come September, October, November, just like in 2016, kaboof, kaboof, kaboof. And then the summer of 2017, and then by fall of 2017, to the moon, ladies and gentlemen, to the moon. There was so much growth, huge amount of growth. And then 2018, that winter right there, the first of the year, we peaked out and then dropped the rest of the year right from underneath us. That huge wave, that huge crest. But what did that crest do? Yeah, we had this huge wave that came back, but the tide was raised. That big wave kept the tide up to where the new lows were higher than the previous highs. So what's going to happen is we're going to grow up, we're going to rise up on this next scale. We're throughout 2020. And then all of 2021, we're going to have this huge amount of growth, this huge expansion in the market, huge expansion in DeFi, huge expansion in Ethereum and smart contracts, huge expansion above with governments creating their own cryptocurrencies, this huge flood into the blockchain crypto environment, going into Web 3.0, the new internet. And as this happens, we're going to have this huge run up, and it's going to play out the same as it did before, because this isn't the first time, this isn't the second time, this isn't the third time, ladies and gentlemen, but this is the fourth time that Bitcoin has done this. And each time, whether it went from less than a penny to above a penny, or it went from 30 cents to $3, or it went from $3 to $30, or it went from $30 to $3,000 or $300, and then from $300 it went to $3,000. And every time having a newer high spike. Yeah, it pulled down to $3,000, but it went up to 20. And if we ride that wave, ladies and gentlemen, jump off when we see it going down, give it time to go down. Know that it's going to go down. Don't try and time the top. Don't try and pull out right at the top. Let it sink back down, but take those big growths. Take it, and when you see it going down, cut out. And when it bottoms out, well, ladies and gentlemen, fill those bags right back up. Get as much as you can for the next wave. And that's how it works. It's just like having a garden. We have to grow our crops out. They become so abundant. And then we need to scurry and process and get all of it prepared for the winter. Get it stored up. And then survive on it throughout that winter. Plant more seeds. Gain that growth again in the death. And regrow another crop of abundance. Because just as nature is seasonal, the markets are seasonal. Nature has a pattern. Nature is intelligent. Nature is mathematical. And all we have to do is follow nature, and we can follow the market. We can be abundant. We can thrive in this time of scarcity. When there's blood on the streets, there's money to be made. And ladies and gentlemen, right now, tensions are high. Shit is going chaotic, and it is the absolute perfect time to get into investing. If you haven't done it yet, do it. I'll have a link for crypto.com where they have a debit card and you can spend your crypto instantly. So when you get those gains, you can use them. If you need access to that money, you can do it. But you can also earn interest on your crypto. And I'll also have a link to Coinbase Pro. so that way you can use an exchange to purchase your crypto. If you just want to purchase it straight up and not go through all that stuff, then just go to crypto.com, get some good coins, stock up, and just ride the wave. If you want to go a little bit more in depth, be able to choose what you pay for your crypto, well then click on the Coinbase Pro. I'll start making some tutorials for you so that way you can get all this going and figured out, because ladies and gentlemen, this is our opportunity to shine. And you know, if we miss this wave, we're going to be dragged under with the undertow. It's going to rip us so hard. Like, we really have to be focused and ride this wave to the fullest. As you all know, this is not financial advice. This is just me speaking my mind and letting you know what I'm up to and how I'm doing things. So do your own due diligence, be smart, you know, don't invest more than you feel comfortable losing, because there is always the possibility of everything going to zero. So I want to thank you for joining me. If you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on a single video. I love you all. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.